Hey guys, so this week's topic is going to be potty training. So I'm basically just going to tell some of the things that I did with each of my girls that helped me and some of the tips and tricks that I have picked up along the way. So with Alexis, we always heard that a child should be potty trained by the time they are 2. I don't know who came up with that saying, but whoever did obviously didn't have more than one child. I do feel that all children are different. There should be no set age on when a child should be potty trained. All children are going to be ready at different ages, and I feel that potty training goes smoother and it is easier on everybody when the child is actually ready. So some of the signs that you need to watch for would be when they are pulling at themselves when they pee-pee or poo-poo in their diaper. That right there tells you they are learning that they have pee-peed or poo-pooed. So that is the very first sign potty training, that they are getting ready to potty train. A second thing that you need to look out for is they need to be able to verbalize. Mommy or daddy, I need to go pee-pee or poo-poo, or whatever it is you have them say. I need to go to the potty. They need to be able to verbalize that. And for them to be able to verbalize that, they are going to have to learn that sensation that happens right before they pee-pee. A lot of times, it's very easy for them to tell you after they've done it, but it's the hardest part for them is to tell you right before they need to, so they have time to actually get to the potty. So one way of letting your child learn that sensation is if you put them in either panties or cloth trainers. If you put them in pull-ups, pull-ups are going to act just like diapers, and that first pee-pee is going to absorb it. They're not going to feel wet. Now with cloth trainers or just regular panties, if you don't want to use cloth trainers, but if you put them in something to that effect, when they pee-pee, they're going to feel wet. And that right there is what's going to help them learn that sensation right before that happens. So with Alexis, we did not use cloth trainers. We did use pull-ups while she was in the house and at night time. And we also used big girl panties when we were outside. Now when we did potty train Alexis, it was summertime, so she was able to go in and out of the house. And a couple of times of her peeing on herself outside, it did show her, you know, how wet she would get, and she did not like it whatsoever. So I honestly think that helped in a big way of learning or teaching her that sensation that she had to learn. So it went fairly quick. Alexis was fully potty trained within a week or 2. But we didn't push her. So that's what we did with Alexis. Now with Maddie, we did purchase some of the trainers because I do have Kira, so they are an investment. And even when I get done with the trainers, I can sell them and get at least half of my money. So that's one good way of looking at it. Is when you are purchasing trainers, you are going to be able to get money back. And buying pull-ups can run you into some money. Hi. So, Maddie, we've had the cloth trainers, and those have worked wonderful because those do protect your furniture and your flooring, whereas with Alexis, I didn't allow her running around the house in panties because I did not want her pee-peeing everywhere, just because I didn't want to have to clean it up and it's unsanitary, and honestly, I didn't want to have to deal with it. So that is, you know, something that you can do. Put them in either panties or cloth trainers so they can feel wet. Another thing would be rewards. Now with Alexis, we did do the snack stuff like gummies, M&Ms, things that were individually wrapped. We did put them in a bucket, and every time she pee-peed or poo-pooed, she would get something out of that bucket. However, there's been a lot of research done saying that it is not a good idea to give your child food as an award. So at the time, we didn't know that, and it really hasn't affected Alexis in any way that we can tell. So, you know, we didn't know not to do it, but that is what we did with Alexis, and she turned out perfectly fine, honestly. Maybe, I guess, under different circumstances, it, you know, might affect a child. But with Maddie, what we do is we put gum, stickers, and like little party favors that you can find down the party aisles, like at Walmart or your dollar stores. We would put maracas, little pins, little notepads, the little beaded necklace, things like that that you can buy in your party section for really, really cheap. And we put those in a little glass mason jar, and we keep it on top of our fridge. And instead of her having to pee-pee and poo-poo, and every time she does it, she getting to pick something out, it's every 3 times she does it. Every time she pee-pees in a potty 3 times, then she gets something. That's the way we started out. Now it's basically up to where if she goes all day long with pee-pee and poo-poo, she gets to pick something out of that jar. So we just basically worked it up. Now Madeline is finally poo-pooing in the potty. We sort of kind of have a problem with her. She pee-peed in the potty just fine, was absolutely excited about it, but when it comes to poo-pooing, she kind of was hesitant about it. She just would prefer to poo-poo in her cloth trainer. So we did finally get over that hump, and how we did that was, she was completely potty trained as far as pee-pee, so we would just let her run around the house in just pants or her shorts. We wouldn't put a cloth trainer on or anything. That way that she knew there was nothing to catch that poo-poo. So that really kind of helped. We only had to do that twice, and after those 2 times of her having to hold it in and say, I gotta go poo-poo, and then run into the bathroom, then that sort of kind of helped. So now she don't poo-poo in her cloth trainer. So that worked out really, really great for us. Another thing that I did differently with the girls is with the potty chairs. Now, Alexis did have her own little potty, and that is great if you don't have pets or another child that's going to get into it. And we put her potty in the kitchen because it was just easier for her to run into the kitchen and go potty, because we were normally in the kitchen or the living room anyway. So it's just easier for her to go into the kitchen to go potty as opposed to running through the house trying to get to the bathroom in time. I feel that she wasn't having nearly as many accidents on herself as she was when it was in the bathroom, because the doors just stay closed, and we did have the childproof safety doorknob thing. So you always had to make sure you were, going back there with her to open the door. So we decided we were just going to move it into the kitchen, and that worked wonderful for us. Now that Maddie is potty trained, we basically didn't potty train her on a potty chair because we did have Kira who would get into it, and you would have to clean it every time. We would have to clean it every single time she would pee-pee or poo-poo in it, and dump it out. And I just feel that that's just, for me, that's too big of a hassle with having 3 kids. With Alexis, it wasn't a hassle at all. So with Maddie, we basically just bought her one of those padded little seats that just fits on top of the regular commode, and we bought her a footstool, so that is what she uses. Our bathroom door still stays closed. Kira isn't tall enough to reach her bathroom doors, so she can't get in there, so Maddie can get in and out just fine. So that's what's really worked for us. So that's some of the things that's worked for us, is just having a good reward system, because that makes them want to do it. And I guess it makes it a lot easier if your child is ready. So I hope this video helped. Thanks for watching.